Hey Bird Brain Gamers, I'm back, and today's episode I'll be going over some quarter rolls. This is a new series. If you're new to the channel, I'll be going over coin rolls, reviewing silvers, key dates, error coins, anything such as that. I have $50 here in quarters that I picked up the other day from the bank. I have my jeweler's loop here to help me see them closer. I do yard sales normally during the season. I'll go over video games, DVDs, old toys, anything, pretty much anything. So I'm gonna go over these. My goal is to try and find some 1964 quarters and older. I have none in my collection, so I'm hoping to find at least one. I'm starting off small today with this one. If you're new to coin collecting, I'd recommend start off small. If you're unfamiliar and if you have a few dollars, you could go to any bank, as I said in my previous coin video, and you could get any denomination coin you want. You could get a roll of pennies. You could look for wheat pennies or Indian heads for $1, or you could go get a roll of dimes for $5, a roll of quarters for $10. You could get a roll of nickels. I believe it's what is a roll of nickels? $5? Something like that. Or even $half for $10, the 50-cent coins. So let's have some fun with these. If you're not seeing my previous video, I'll show you how you could just reuse these bank wraps for the coins. If you don't have coin wraps or any way to return coins back to the bank, you can always reuse these. You don't have to rip them up and throw them out. So basically what you do, this works for any coin amount, nickels, dimes, pennies, whatever. It all works. So what you do is take a pair of scissors and you cut the tip. You could do either side, it doesn't matter. You cut the tip, okay? Then you move it down the scissor a little. Don't go halfway to the other side. Just go before the halfway mark and do another cut. Okay? Now that you have your cut, slowly peel it back. It's okay if it tears. We're gonna reseal it when we're done. It may be a little slower process than ripping it and grabbing them all out, but if you want to reuse these to return the coins back to the bank, this is the way I recommend. That's if you don't have wraps. So you just pull them out. If you want, you can push them back through and you could continue snipping a little bit more. You don't want to go too far, at least an inch or less of cuts. And then you just push the coins and they should start spilling out after you get the first few out. Just give it a shake. If it doesn't work, just keep pulling them out one at a time. There you go. Now that it's loose, they pour right out. Alright, we got our first roll emptied up. So, the quarter design we're familiar with debuted in 1932. That's when it was first circulated. It was designed by John Flanagan and has been used ever since until the early 2000s when they started doing the states, quarters, and so on. I'm sure you're familiar with the 2022 design. It's much different now with George Washington's appearance on it. Now if you're searching quarters, you can either look for low mintage, depends on your preference. You can look for key dates, which means they were printed in low quantity, depending on where they were printed, either in Denver, Pennsylvania, and also the San Francisco mint marks, where it'll have an S on it. The more modern coins, some are low prints, some are high. I know they have West Point mintage, so you just gotta look for a W on them. Some of them are actually pretty low mintage. I believe the 2019s, and maybe other years as well. If you're unsure with what you're looking for or what type of collecting you want to do, you can always go to Google or YouTube. There's tons of videos that will show you and guide you on your collecting preference. So for me, my goal number one is to find a 1964 and older. Those were when they were 90% silver. I'm also looking for West Point quarters. It will have a W. And any error stamps, double stamps. There's several different types of errors to look for. Too many to name. Like I said, just go on Google or YouTube and you'll find plenty of videos on different types of errors. And those could fetch a pretty good amount of money if you get them graded and you sell them. Some go for at least $100, some go for a few thousand or several thousands. So it depends on what you find. You just need a good eye and a little patience. Alright, so let's get started. I'm searching for some 64s and older. Here's a 2022P. I don't have any of the 2022s. This is Wilma Man Killer. I'll probably hang on to that one. I don't have that one as well. Alright, so if you haven't seen my previous video on coins, if you want to reseal it, just make sure whatever coins you take out, you replace with another. You fill it back up. Once it's the correct amount, take some Scotch tape. Strip off a piece. And what you want to do is put it right on the tip. See if you can see that. Put it right on the tip. And just curl it around the tape so that it's sealed closed. And it's ready to be returned back to the bank. You can always press the edges a little bit down. Or just press it flat against the table. And that's it. It's resealed. So you don't have to buy wraps. You just do it this way. It's a little slower, but it's still efficient. Alright, let's go on the next roll. Alaska, and what is this? Ozark River Ways. Let's see. Oh. No, it's a different one. It's Delaware. This one. Colorado. And, okay, I'm not seeing. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to go on to the next roll. I'll be right back. Alright, third roll. So I'm just getting back on this. I've had a break from doing coin searching for about, I don't know, I think 2018 was the last time I did. So I'm just trying to refresh my memory on a lot of this. It's been way too long. I've been doing it from 2015 to 18, and all the drama going on after that, I just took a break. So only now am I getting back into it. Alright, so we got roll 3 poured out. Yeah, the West Point quarters seem to be really rare because I have not seen any. Even my personal coins at home, I sorted through them and I've not seen any. So they must be low vintage. I believe they started in 2019. It could be a few years earlier. Yeah, if you spot like a San Francisco or a West Point, just hang on to it. The ones from San Fran are nice. I like they're more clad, more shinier. Alright, so roll number 3. I've seen nothing. I'll be back with number 4. In case you missed it, if you want to reseal the bankroll wraps, just rip off a piece of tape after you put all the quarters back. Make sure you have the correct amount before you start to tape it, and just put it on the tip. And just press it down, curl it around. That's it. I've done this a lot when I started. I actually used to rip these up and just throw them out, and I started to realize I didn't have enough wraps to rewrap and bring it back. So I started doing this method to save myself some wraps, and it worked fine. Every time I brought them back to the bank, it was fine. It wasn't any big deal. Alright, let's get on roll number 4. I do need one of those magnifiers. I've seen them on Amazon. I may get one eventually. I mean, this loop is helpful, but it'd be a lot easier for the coins, at least, to get the digital magnifier. Alright, I'll be back if I see anything interesting. Alright, so on the 4th roll, I see 2 Maya Angelou from 2022. They're both Philadelphia's. I may hold on to one of them. Which one's the better? This one I'll hold on to. And then there's a bicentennial here, another one. I'll hang on to that. I'll check for errors. Alright, let's move on to roll number 5 and the last roll. Alright, just poured out the last roll, the 5th and final. Let's see what we got here. What is that? It's in Denver. $1967. Alright, so that's that with the quarters. In this video, I'm gonna go over the $50 that I got from the bank as well. Alright, so I just went to the bank to break some change, and I got $40 as well in $50. They had 80 total, but I don't want to waste all my yard sale money, so I got about half of what they got. I may start doing coin roll hunting videos, because I used to do that before, looking for some silvers. So
So we'll see how that goes.
Alright, so I have my $50 here. As you saw in the video, I went on a yard sale in that clip. But before I did, I went to the bank to break some change, some singles actually, in fives. And I asked if they had any halves, and they said they had about $90. So I grabbed 40 of them, and I saved the cents for this video. And then at another occasion, I went to another bank and asked them if they had halves. And the clerk said they had about $5.50, so I just grabbed them. So let's go over and see what we find today. So in 1964, the US Mint issued the Kennedy $50, and they've been printed since about 2002, when it was, I believe it was stopped, and only recently have they restarted it again, but in lower volume because there's really no demand other than for collectors. So I'm hoping to find any error coins or pre-64s or Ben Franklin ones, which were printed in from 48 to about 63. Alright, so let's get started on those. I'm going to start with the envelope. Let's see what the bank gave us with those. Oh my, these are really dirty. Did they fish these out of the ocean? Look at how dirty these are. Horrible. Looks like they found these under the river or something. These are so dirty. Alright, so we have a bicentennial. We have another bicentennial in better shape. We have a 1973. Looks like an 8, but it's a 3. We have a 71. Why are these so horrible looking? I'm trying to get this focus to function properly. This is a 94. Look at that. It's seeing some serious water damage. This is a 86. This is a 94. What's this one? A 92. This one's a 79. And this is a 83. And the last one from this envelope is a 93. Alright, so no luck in this one, but wow. These are in bad shape. Should I keep these or should I just return these to the bank? Just leave a comment down below. Alright, let's move on to the rolls. Alright. So I have these 4 rolls. I'm gonna try and go to that bank soon and see if they have the last $50 or so, in halves. I'm gonna go to my drop-off bank with these after I'm done and see what I could do about getting some others. Alright. Alright, let's start with this one. This one looks like it's already breaking. I might have to retape it. So if you see wraps like this, that's usually a good thing, because the bank wraps are similar to the one from the quarters, and they're usually, most cases, filtered through of the good coins and, you know, and such, the low mintage. So you always want to look for wraps like these, because these were brought in by somebody, by a customer in most cases. So let's see what we got. Try not to destroy this because I have no wraps for halves. This ripped right through. I'm gonna have to retape this. I'm not seeing anything though. These are all regulars. 77, 71, and 80. Alright, so this roll is a bust. Let's move on to the next. Alright, roll number 2. I'm seeing something interesting. Let's see if you can spot. Just by looking at the sides, let's do a little training for the untrained eyes up there. I'm seeing silver. Which one has the silver? Let's check out that end right here. Right here, I'm seeing something. That one is definitely. But that one looks interesting. Let's see. Let's see what we find. Alright, that's a 91. What's this one? A 1968. Oh, that's awesome. Alright, so let me lower the brightness on this. Is too bright again. So this is 40% silver right here. Trying to get it to focus. Come on. There you go. 68. And then this one right here. This one looks even more interesting. Alright, let's move these others out of the way. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. Alright, that's really good. Let me zoom back a little and get the magnifier out. 1964. Alright, that's so cool. This is a 90% right here. 90% silver. That is so awesome. Alright. So then we have the 68 as well. There you go. That's so cool. Alright. Oh, I'm happy. At least we got something out of all these rolls. How cool is that? Alright, let's move on to roll number 3. We'll leave these on the side and we gotta replace it. with 2 more. Let me just get 2 regulars out. Alright, so I'm just going to replace those 2 with these 2. And got ourselves a little bit of free silver. Alright, I'm going to pack this roll up and move on to roll number 3. Alright, so moving on to roll number 3. I have 1 more roll after this. Let's see what we have. 84 Denver looks like. 74 Denver. And 2000 Denver. Alright, so no luck in roll number 3. Let's go on to roll number 4. Alright, moving on our 4th and final roll. Okay. We have it. Oh wait, what is that? Oh yeah, look, we have something. Look at the lightest one. There you go. Can you spot the silver? Let's see what we have. $19.66. That's a 40%er. Not bad. Alright, that's awesome. 66. Alright, that's awesome. That's not too bad. From these 4 rolls, I mean, these were somebody else's rolls that were brought in the bank. So, usually there's better luck when people bring in their rolls as opposed to getting the bank's rolls. I mean, you can still find it on the bank's rolls, but your chances are somewhat higher when other people have brought their roll of stuff in the bank and just dropped it off. So not bad. I think we made out pretty good today. So from 4 rolls, we got a 66, a 68, these are both 40%ers, and a 1964, that's a 90%er. So I think I made out pretty well today, considering. So as of November of 2022, the market rate for halves, if you have them, oh, they do go up to 1970. Okay. So from 1965 to 1970, if you have any of those half dollars, they're not worth 50 cents. They're worth $3.18 as of November 2022. So each of these is worth $3.18. The 1964 is worth $7.78. So we got about 10, 13, about $14 right here in these 3 coins in value, which ain't too bad. So that's a nice little haul from this small stack of Kennedys here. I'm gonna pack this one up and head to the bank, get some of my cash from my drop-off bank, and explore some other banks, and hopefully I can find more halves. I definitely need to get more quarters so I can focus more on quarters, because I don't own any pre-64 quarters, so I'm always looking out for those. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you haven't already, please hit that like, subscribe, and bell notification button for updates on Bird Brain Gaming videos. And I'll see you all next time. Later, everyone.